The parable. Turn to it. In the parable from the good seed in Matthew 13, when he say here, we have first in Matthew 24, he described what will be in the last days, and he explained how we will recognize. He explained how we will recognize the coming of the Son of Man, the Son of Adam. He make a comparison with the parable of the fig tree. And he say that the fig tree, these are the sign of the summer. Why? When he put forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh. And he say in verse 33, likewise, when you see all the things, all these things, the things I spoke before, know you that it is near, even at the door. So all the signs we have described here, but they are not in one block. This sign can be over millennium. This is what happened because the trouble started in 70 CE from our area.
Yeshua.
Yeah, with the destruction of the temple. This was the beginning. Okay? Now, for the timing, and he say, so, but of that day, in the verse 36, an hour, no man, not the Melachim or the messenger of heaven, but my Father only. So this verse has been taken out of context, because many speculate and will tell that this day and hours, it is the 7th month, and the reason given is because in the 7th month, we have the feast, we start with the new moon, which is Yom Teruah, and we don't know until we see the new moon. First of all, we know that there are different opinions about the starting of the month, if it is the crescent moon or if it is not, the conjunction. So this is just a speculation about the timing. But we should have a solid ground to say something. So they don't go further, they don't read, but this go on. Yeshua is speaking to this disciple, and he goes on. He doesn't stop after this verse. Okay, he says, but as the day of Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in that day, they were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, giving marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. So, you see, he keep going, explaining something. He doesn't stop. He says, oh, stop. That is now chapter 25. No. He keep going, speaking, and he say, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins. Now he keep going, you see? He keep going, and he goes on, and he give the parable of the 10 virgins. And it's very interesting because it is speaking about the lamp, you know, and he said that the Son of Man will come as a thief in the night, which I have explained, and I will give again. So, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom come, go you out to meet him. Then all the virgins arose and trimmed their lamp. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamp are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, lest there be no enough for us and you, but go you rather to them that sell and buy for yourself. And while then they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Okay? And he keep going, he said, he explained again in verse 13, he said, watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour when the Son of Man comes. Okay, you see, he say again, it is the same explanation that he gives. But do we have a reason to believe that it is another time than the 7 months? Then we go to the parable of the good seed in Matthew 13. And he say, here, you know the parable. It starts in the verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while man slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went this way. So here, the wheat is a good seed and the tare is a bad seed. And he goes on and he explains. Now he goes, we jump to the verse 36. He go to the explanation of this parable. Then Yeshua sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, He that sowed the good seed is the son of Adam. The field is the world. The good seed, the wheat, are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, or the end of the age, and the reapers are the messenger. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this age, or the world. The world will not go to the end, so it's the end of the age. The Son of Man shall send forth his messenger, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who has ear to hear, let him hear. You see, he say here, the Son of Man shall send, in verse 41, the Son of Man shall send forth his messenger, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend. Now look in the chapter 24, what does he say? In verse 29, he say,
24.
Chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the power of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Adam in heaven, and then shall all the tribe of the earth mourn. They shall see the Son of Adam coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And, verse 31, he shall send his messenger with a great trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the others. This is the timing. The timing is the period of Shavuot, because the period of Shavuot is the harvest of the wheat, not the September, not the fall feast, which is the 7th month, mostly in the time of September in the Gregorian calendar.
I am persuaded for that. It's
So
not.
you see, here we have already a frame.
Just for the parable of the wheat and the tare. This is
Yes,
very
we
clear.
have a frame here, and this is very important to understand that, because if not, you can go and jump in every doctrine. What is with the 7 months? First of all, we have spoken about the Yom Teruah. The word Teruah means alarm. Most of the time, to 90% in the Tanakh, when you see Teruah, it is an alarm of war, or an alarm for something. Seldom it is for another, for rejoicing. Seldom, I think it is 2 or 3 times you can see in this context. But most of them, it is only an alarm. An alarm for the enemy coming, or for war. So, what's happening in the 7th month? 7th month we have Yom Teruah, followed 10 days later by Yom Kippur, which is a day of judgment. Judgment. Okay, in Judaism, they say that it is the day of judgment. And we know that it is not the judgment for the saints. So the 10th it will be, the great king will sit on Jerusalem, and he will judge the nations. He will judge all those who do not follow him. This is the time, because if we know that the feast of Booth, the feast of Sukkot, is the feast also of the nations. This is the fruit represented here by the multitude of fruits in the fall season. These are ripe fruit, unlike the fruit from the spring, which are grain, and the grain will go through the process of refining in order to be used. In the fall season, the particularity of the fall season is all the fruit which are gathered in the fall season are ripe fruit, ready to eat. And this represents the multitude and the difference of the nations. And if you go deep, you will see that during the feast, they are offering during the 7th day of Sukkot, they are offering, particularly from the bull. We start with the number 13 bulls from the first day and goes down to the 7th, And if you count the bulls which have been offered during Sukkot, they said exactly 70, which represent the 70 nations from the time of the division of the earth under Noah.
And also 70 nations who went to Egypt.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
children of Jacob.
But myself, I believe that it's more connected with the 70 nations which were coming out of the loins of Noah, where the earth was divided. And this is why we have now a gathering from all the nations where the children of Israel has been scattered. You see? So we need to be wise. And I explained that when he say, you shall watch because the son of Adam will come like a thief in the night. The thief in the night is not like we imagine in 2018. It is not the robber will come when you are not there. The thief in the night is an Hebrew idiom.
Yeah.
And this Hebrew idiom is very clear. It was in the context of the temple when the priest was in charge of the fire every night, that he doesn't go out. Because in the Torah it is commanded that the fire must burn throughout the night.
24 hours.
So 24 hours is non-stop. So you have priests who were appointed for the night, and in the middle of the night, from time to time, not always, from time to time, the Kohen Hagadol came into the temple to see if the priests were on duty or if they were sleeping.
Yeah.
And if they were sleeping, what does he did? He took the hot coals remaining from the fire and put it on the garment of the priest, and he started to burn.
Yeah.
And so the priest was caught into sleeping. He could not say, I was not sleeping.
It's fire.
Because he began fire. So this is the true meaning of the
Thief in the
the
night.
thief in the night. Yeah.